Hello everybody, how are you all doing? Welcome back to the Carabao Cup final. Welcome to the Carabao Cup final. It's City versus Arsenal. It's Mikel Arteta versus Pep Guardiola. Some might say the disciple versus the master. I mean, I don't know why my stream is actually stuttering. The live stream of the match. I just don't know why. It's just stuttering. The camera and the live stream of the match is just stuttering. I just don't know why is that. Let me just reopen that. I don't know why that's happening, but big match, I must say. In our rebuild season, can we win something? That's always been what fans were looking forward to. We always known the Champions League and the Premier League, though we had a little bit of glimpse the Premier League. The ad comes all right, but when the live stream opens and the app I'm watching, which is fan code, it's just cameras is shaking. I don't know why. My God, of all the days it had to happen today. It's horrible. The camera is shaking in the live stream I'm watching, and it's not a Wi-Fi issue or something like that. I think it's a stream issue, but then let's actually see how it goes. But yeah, I'm very happy with the lineup. Yes, Ruben Diaz. There's been a hamstring injury. That's a late report, but Kusanov, Ake is interesting. He'll bring that experience. Ake will bring that experience. So I'm actually quite happy with this squad selection. You take a subscription and then the quality becomes this. I don't know why it's happening. Is it? Yes, now the quality is all right. Thank God, now the quality is thankfully all right. Let's see. Let's see what happens in this. Few people are telling first leg of the quadruple which Arsenal might potentially win. I don't know. Or could we give Bernardo Silva a parting gift? This in all proportions, I think this might be his last season at City, so it's going to be very interesting. It's the Wembley Stadium, and yeah, the only thing I would like to tell fans is just do not take each of these finals these days for granted because you just never know when they might again come again. As Chelsea fans are realizing, when is the last time Arsenal played? I think it's been. I mean, except the Community Shield. Apart from Community Shield, I think it's been a while that Arsenal have come to a final of a domestic trophy. So yeah, never take these away days, this final days for granted. Baya Ji, CRA, Baya Ji, how you doing? Long time, Bayaji. I know I didn't do the two Real Madrid matches and the other match because they were at 1:30, right? They're at 1:30 in the night, and it was like becoming very difficult next day in the morning to to work and stuff. So yeah. Why says, looking at the lineup, I've already awakened my inner philosopher for after the game. What do you think, Bayaji? What do you not like in the lineup, Bayaji? Because yeah, the Ake change was forced. His Bernardo Silva, Rodri, Doku. On paper, but the lineup looks quite alright by Aji, I think. But again, you have to wonder, like, is he doing the same mistake that he did against Real Madrid? Because honestly, against Real Madrid, even with 10 men, we should have made it 4 all. We had the chances. Haaland just couldn't put the ball in the back of the net. With Real Madrid, with 10 men, we could have easily at least made it 4 all. So I think I don't know. I mean, a lot of people are telling, I think, leaving Rodri as a single pivot against Real Madrid literally cost us, and then not starting Ryan Cherky. Gautam just said, the citizen say, Gautam, how you doing? Why just says yes after a long time. This is unacceptable to go out to the same team for 4 out of 5 times in the CL despite signing new players. Bayaji, I think this was all on Pep Bayaji. Why we this was all on Pep. This was all on Pep. Why we got 4-0 down. I mean 3-0 down in the first leg, which effectively made the task very difficult. Though I believed if 11 versus 11, we could have made it 3-3 at the Etihad, but you know, I mean, how I don't know how can you just leave Rodri in the midfield against Real Madrid? Bernardo Silva, he's not a classic holding midfielder. I just didn't understand that. I just didn't understand that the reason that in the Premier League you had a midfield of Rodri, Nico O'Reilly, and Bernardo Silva working together, and then right now he is left back and Jan Nunez is right back, and all of that. Gay Diaz, that's fine. I mean, I understand you putting Kusanov instead of Nunez. That's still fine to defend against Vinicius Junior. But I never understood why do you want to put Nico O'Reilly at left back when Nico O'Reilly would have, given you the defensive cover against Valverde's runs. Where did Valverde's runs come from? And Ryan Atnauri would have given you much more attacking impetus. Doku down that left hand side was a constant menace. They were man marking him. But Nico Rai was venturing into the midfield. Pep again played that inverted midfield shit against Real Madrid. Just imagine why right now he played in the Real Madrid first leg. Doku and right now he would bombard down that flank. Then whom do you mark? Do you mark Atnauri and do you mark Doku? I mean, that was just such a brain fade decision. Uh, I just didn't understand why did you have to remove Nico Riley this thing and I don't know how Gautam felt seeing Savinho start in the Real Madrid first leg out of nowhere. Gautam must tell us his feelings on what he felt after he saw Savinho start the first leg against Real Madrid. I mean, I would have been even more happier if you put Bernardo Silva on the right flank just to help out Kusano or whoever played there against Vinicius Junior and put Nico Gonzalez in the midfield. Nico Gonzalez, Rodri, Nico Riley in the midfield. Shut down Real Madrid's entire midfield. The only option they would have was to go to Vinicius Junior. And that's it. You could have just shut their attacking outlets down. How many attacking outlets did Real Madrid have in that first leg? Well, Valverde, because your midfield was shit. You made the midfield shit. Yeah, you can lose in the Champions League against a team, better team, but it is so frustrating when you lose because your manager's tactics are just absolutely he overthinks every bloody big game. Gautam just red versus blue. Ah, I don't know, Gautam. Let's see how this game goes. But this is give Pep an all-time great 11, and he'll still find a way to fuck it up in the CL. And give Pep an all-time thrash 11, and he'll somehow manage tactically ways to win. I just don't understand how that works, but it somehow works. Bayaji says Haaland yet to score in semis or final games for City in 4 seasons. He better show up today. If Haaland took all his chances, Bayaji, I think against Real Madrid, we could have won that bloody tie against Real Madrid, to be honest. We could have bloody won that tie. How many chances did he have? Gautam says, the moment I saw the squad, I slept and I was glad that I did that. The result was obvious anyways, but didn't expect that score line. No one expected that score line, Gautam. Even Real Madrid fans didn't expect that score line. That score line came just because Pep Guardiola decided to have a brain fade moment. And he decided to put Nico O'Reilly at left back and drop Aitnauri and play Semenyo as cam. Why do you play Semenyo as cam? If you want to start Savinho, fine. You wanted wingers with inverted foot, that's fine. That's fine. Then play Sharky in the middle and drop Semenyo. Why did he play Semenyo as cam? Baffling decisions. That Real Madrid side was there for the taking. We should have been facing Company's Bayern Munich. I'm still angry at that. Still angry at that. But why should we be angry at that? Because we had seen it before, guys, right? In the Champions League final against Chelsea, he had Fernandinho, the best midfielder in the Premier League at that moment. He had Rodri, who was one of the best midfielders in La Liga. Not top five, but he was very good. You drop out both of them and you decide to play Ilkay Gundogan just because you and then as a holding midfielder. Why this is same in the last three games? Why this is how many times are we going to put up with how many times are we going to put up with brain fart moments? I don't know, but let me just answer this question. Chinni says, match the endless Sundi. He's asking, where am I seeing the match? Fan code app. Fan code app. Chinni fan code app is where the match is coming. Match fan code app. Lo వస్తుంది. I think you have to take a match pass. I think you have to take a match pass. I think that's the only place you can see the match in India. It's not on Hotstar and Sony Live. Yeah, Bhaiya, I'll come back to you. How many times are we going to put up with brain fart moments? I just can't understand this. Just can't understand that, Baji. And I mean, brain fart moments of the players is a different question, but the brain fart moment of the manager, wow. Just imagine how many more Champions Leagues, how many more Premier Leagues would would Pep Guardiola have won if not for his brain fart moments? At least one more Champions League easily. Easily one more Champions League at least. I mean, at least two. I think one more Champions League and at least one more final. You remember against Leon? What did he do, for example? And we got knocked out in that COVID season, I think. Gagam says, I guess Pep will stay one season, finish his contract and leave. And Maresca shouldn't be the one we should sign because Luis Enrique contract ends exactly at the same time. This is very interesting, Gautam. Luis Enrique's contract ends exactly at the same time. I want Luis Enrique, but that's Arsenal are still having the ball. Nico Riley cannot get rid of him. Bernardo Silva does extremely well. Nathan Ake, we clear it. Luis Enrique's contract ends. That's true, Gautam. But the sources say that the club wants someone who can be there for the long term, like for the next decade, like Pep has done. And what the club and the second thing is what the club is looking at is a young manager who they can maybe groom and just like the players, just like a scouting a young manager whom they can, maybe turn him into one of the best. Seems like that is one of the other ambitions of this club. So you look at the candidates we're going after. We're going after Cesc Fabregas, Xabi I mean, on the list, I'm telling those Xabi goes to Liverpool, but Cesc Fabregas, Xabi Alonso, Enzo Maresca, Vincent Kompany. You look at the profile of the managers there. So I don't think Luis Enrique, because if Luis Enrique comes, it will be a 3-4 year project and it seems the club doesn't want that. So I think it's Enzo Maresca or Vincent Kompany. I mean, Cesc Fabregas might be an outside shout, but Pep Linders is another one on the list. Arsenal are attacking well and we are defending here. I hope that we will not play what we did in the Premier League against them, which was dog shit. Great ball from Declan Rice to Saka. Great save from Trafford. Fantastic save from Trafford that. What a save from Trafford that. Gautam says, don't think Maresca still has what it takes to win PL, and so is all the other mentioned names. I think that's the route we are probably going. That's a great save from Trafford. He was definitely on side. Was it Havertz? I don't know, but he was definitely on side. I understand, Gautam, all the mentioned names. I just don't think anyone, even Company, if you give him, there's no guarantee that Company has it in him to win the PL. Yes, he's doing well in the Bundesliga and the Champions League, but gain unproven. But seems like the club is going after that sort of a profile. The club believe that that sort of a manager, given whatever he wants, can take that step up. And also it seems the club regards Enzo Maresca's tactical nous as something that very very highly. And actually, I think yes. I mean Enzo, we I know we Enzo Maresca. We as fans do not want Enzo Maresca straight away because yeah, Luis Enrique is there and everyone's there. But generally, uh, speaking to a few Chelsea fans, reading about what they think of Maresca on the social, especially with now Rossoneri, and what they feel is Enzo Maresca's tactical acumen was vastly underrated, and Enzo Maresca was much more better tactically than what people had given him credit for, because they say that he had hit the weaknesses of a lot of a lot of his central midfield players and defenders with his tactics, and now that is gone, you can see how the Chelsea centre backs and Caicedo and everyone's being exposed. So the tactics from Maresca were not, they were interesting. That's what the Chelsea fans say. So I think tactically Maresca is underrated, but will he be my first choice? I, like Gotham said, I would actually want someone like a Luis Enrique or someone like that who can lead us straight away to the title. But again, the philosophy of the club seems to be a young manager who can also develop young players. Yes, Maresca can also do that, but someone who can stay longer. I think one of the thing is staying longer at the club, like 10 years, like what Pep has done, seems to be what the club is, looking at. Doku does extremely well. Kadam says with all the names mentioned, we need to wait two to exactly. Even the names mentioned are all this thing are all a work in progress themselves. Bernardo, we are struggling to play out from the back here. Ryan Cherky, Anton Semenyo, Ryan Cherky does well. That's a foul on Saliba, I think. Gautam says Maresca was there with exactly. Maresca was there with us during the trouble, and also Maresca was our youth team manager. I think during those years when Phil Foden, Cole Palmer, and everything were and everybody were coming through. So Maresca has sort of 3 4 years, maybe more than that relationship with the club, and also why they are going more towards Maresca, Gautam, is I mean, like Phil Foden, Maresca has come through the club, from managing from the youth stages to becoming the first assistant, and then he's become the manager of Chelsea and Pep Guardiola and the club. Pep Guardiola would have had a hand in him becoming manager, with the references and all of that stuff. So I think the club thinks here you've got a man who is who's good tactically and is also highly rated by Pep tactically, and at Chelsea he was good tactically. Their issues was something else, having a dog shit goalkeeper and stupid defenders, but someone who's good tactically, and also someone who knows the club through and through, has a good great relationship with people around the club. It's almost like they think he mixes with the entire club like a family, things like that. I mean, it's a free kick for Arsenal. Well defended. I think it's a corner anyway. Gatam says only good thing with Maresca is we are usually lucky when we get something from Chelsea. And also, Gautam, I think if Maresca comes back, probably Arsenal have a corner here. I hope they don't score from this. Arsenal have a corner here. I mean, if we get Maresca, just imagine if Cole Palmer comes, because Palmer's struggling. He doesn't like Rossini. So if Palmer comes, because you need to I think Maresca is the one who took Palmer with him to Chelsea. So that would be interesting. That's a dog shit of a corner, and that's a bullshit of a clearance. Great defending by Doku. Sorry, Semenyo. And also I think when you look at the Maresca won the championship with Leicester. I think if I'm not wrong, and coming up, yes, you can say it's just the championship is one. There are many managers who have won the championship, but at least he's used to winning. But he's used to winning. That's so the important thing. He's won that. He's won the championship. He's won the Club World Cup. So he's had a couple of wins under the belt. So I think in all of the names we are considering, I think of these young managers, I think Maresca is the only one who's won things. The Club World Cup, the the championship, and also interesting with the direction the club is taking from here. City are not attacking at all. We are just playing, we're just defending. That's all. And just look at the attacking players on the bench. Sorry, and look at the attacking players on the field. And I don't think they've had even one shot. Gadam says, let's hope Company also develops something good. He's rocking with Bayern. Imagine what goes around if Company wins the Champions League and the Bundesliga, and are they out of the poker? If Company does the treble with Bayern in his first season, that would be insane. Jeremy Doku, the ref is just giving fouls in their favor. We're not playing well here. We're not playing well here at all. I don't know why it's almost like we are in a shell. It's almost like we are in a shell here, and this is not our first Carabao Cup final and something. We are absolutely in a shell. Absolutely in a shell here, and we have won this competition 4 times in a row and all of that. We are absolutely in a shell here. Still baffles me, Gautam. Why didn't they start Nunez against Vinicius Junior? Because Nunez is quick. And in the second leg, you look at how Nunez defended against Vinicius Junior. Very, very good. Very, very good defending by Matthews Nunez against Vinicius Junior. And would have had the crossing threat also. And we know that Real Madrid are shit from set pieces, shit in defending set pieces. It looks as if Pep just gifted that victory to Real Madrid, that's all. Great ball. Erling Haaland as well. We're just not able to get out of our half. It just seems as if Pep is also figuring out his system. Gautam says, well, City are interested in Vitinha for Bernardo replacement. What about Elliot Anderson, Gautam? Are we going to get both Vitinha and Elliot Anderson? I don't know. This seems interesting because I think if you're gonna get Vitinha, then I don't think we're gonna get Elliot Anderson. Then I don't see where we can buy both of them. Maybe you could argue both Kovacic leaves and Bernardo Silva also leaves, and you replace them both. But what about Nico Gonzalez then? I don't know. That will be interesting. Interesting that you said Vitinha. Gautam says dream. Dream. Got it. I mean, how much time do Arsenal take over each bloody set piece? Good defending by Erling Haaland. Arsenal. I mean, this is one of the most. Gautam says Nico G already planning to leave. Gautam, that's the thing, Gautam. Whenever Nico G played, you look at the season till January, until Rodri came back. Nico G is the is the perfect player for this fast football. He gets the ball, he releases it. Gets the ball, he releases it. And look at Rodri. Rodri takes the ball, keeps the ball. I think Rodri was perfect when you had Kevin De Bruyne, when you had all of Jack Grealish, Bernardo Silva on the wings, De Bruyne in the center, and all of those Kovacic, all of those people, because then you could rotate possession. But now you have fast wingers, you have all of these super duper attacking players, and why do you want to even keep possession? I just don't know. I think if Nico G would have played, the Madrid match would have been 4-4, 5-5, 6-5, whatever. Ah, what a cross that was from Semenyo. And that's a corner for City. Wonderful play from Semenyo there. Adam says Rodri is leaving the season after to Madrid. Gautam, I think the way football's going, I don't think there is. Haaland just messed it up by a bit, but the way football's going, I think you need that sort of a player who can take the ball, ping the pass. Yeah, I think football's moved away from that possession-based style. I think Nico G, Elliot Anderson, those are the kind of players you need in the midfield. And the corner is so shit that you could have just given it to Kepa. Why are our corners so bloody shit? I think the way football is going, because if you wanted a possession based midfielder, you could have very well kept Jack Grealish. You could have very well kept uh, someone like a. You could have very well kept on playing someone like Bernardo Silva on the right wing. Football's moved forward, balls moved forward, and I don't know why we have not. When Rodri returned suddenly, we have not, we have suddenly got away from that system where we used to, play that fast attacking football. It was until January we played the best football in the Premier League, and from January, since when Rodri returned and Pep got back to his, I mean, I was mad in that Real Madrid match, Rodri, and then the inverted midfielder shit. That inverted midfielder shit is done. Kushano is always Kushano is a warrior. I'm just thinking when Guardiola comes back, I think where does Vittorius comes back? Where does Kushano start? I don't know. But Kushano deserves a great tackle from Kushano. It's a fantastic tackle from Kushano. I'm wondering, are we playing with Stoke City or are we playing with Arsenal? I mean, credit to Gautam, there's Guardiola and Gay. Close call, Gautam. Close call. Guardiola and Kusanov. I would personally, I would personally prefer Guardiola and Kusanov, but yeah, Gay is also too good to be sitting on the bench. That will be an interesting conundrum. But all credit has to be given to Mikel Arteta that you take a club who was probably after Barcelona, who was one of the best in terms of playing that passing football from the back. You take a club like that and you turn the club into prime Stoke City. If Mikel Arteta was given Barcelona for 5 years, I think Barcelona will be unrecognizable. How would Arsenal be under Wenger and all beautiful football, playing out from the back, passing and all of those things? And kudos to Mikel Arteta that Mikel Arteta is a living proof that he can just alter the DNA of a club inside out. Gautam says Kusanov and Guardiola and Gay Kusanov can be rotated. I don't see Ruben Diaz lasting longer. I mean, not just Ruben Diaz, Gautam. I think in general it's also about centre backs who do not have pace. People argue with me, but did John Terry have pace? Did X have pace? Did Gary Cahill have pace? They were, yes, they are legends of the Premier League. I do understand, but the game has gone in such a way. Well, Laporte didn't have as much pace, but he's one of the legendary defenders of our club. But the game has gone out in such a way that teams are breaking on you on counter attack so much. The game has gone that I don't think there's a place for slow centre backs in the game right now. The system could change in 4 5 years, but I just don't think there is place for slow centre backs, especially when you're playing that high line. Yes, if you sit back, Ruben Diaz is the best box defender we have. His box tackling and everything, his play inside the box is superb. But if Ruben Diaz is asked to defend huge spaces behind him, I don't think he can defend now. The game has just long gone past that. Gautam says he has been here for 7 years. I think the game has moved past slow defenders right now, unless you're sitting back and defending the box. And to be fairness, it's been a boring final till now. It's been absolutely boring. I don't know what do you think about Arsenal brand of football, Gautam, but I find it incredibly boring. I mean, Liverpool have won titles and we have appreciated their style of football, but this is not football. This is something else. This is absolutely boring. Just look at that. 1 minute and still they're rotating inside the box. Bernardo Silva intercepts. Semenyo, he did not get the opportunity to shoot. Natanake. We have bought the next generation of defenders very well. Victor Reis is an absolute superstar in Spain. He's the best young defender playing in La Liga. Kushanav has developed very, very well. Max Alain looks good. And also we have Juma Ba, Ryan Sherky, Anton Semenyo, Ryan Sherky. Gautam says, I really like PSG and Barca play style. Yes, I mean, Barcelona is absolute carnage. You have seen what they did against Newcastle. That is just lovely football. The high line, they maintain everything. We were good in play style until January, right? We were also playing scintillating football. And then we started playing this shit. Yeah, PSG's football is great to watch on the eye. True. Like I said, there must be a case study on Mikel Arteta. How do you erode the DNA of a 100-year club and change it beyond recognition in just 5 years? Chelsea under Pochettino, when Palmer was banging all those goals, I think 2 years back, 3 years back, they were very, very good. Conor Gallagher pressing, Palmer scoring all those goals. Chelsea were very, very good under Pochettino. I loved Spurs under Pochettino as well. Ah, well done, Anton Semenyo is just doing very, very well. Superb. Put him on the wing, for God's sake, Anton Semenyo like this. Just look at what he can do. Why did he play him Cam against Real Madrid? I will never know. That's a corner. It's a waste of taking corners. Gautam, it's a waste of taking corners. Instead, give the ball to the goalkeeper because that's what is going to happen now. The goalkeeper is going to catch and then he's going to move it forward. Bernardo Silva to take the shittiest corner. Number 1 million. Second shitty. This is actually decent. This is a decent corner to be honest. And look at it, Arsenal just hoofing. And it's a free kick to Arsenal. This is shit football. This is not. It's 30 minutes gone, and I'm just not able to enjoy it. There's no one twos. It's just like two Sunday. I mean, two championship teams are playing. I mean, Gotham says, I don't know why this game looks like it will go to a penalty shootout because the football shit, Gotham. The football shit. Arsenal are just hoofing it long. I don't know why Mikel Arteta spent more than $1 billion to create a team that is an expert at long throws, corners, hoofing the ball up and down. Good defending there. Kusanov is very, very alert. Very good defending from Kusanov. Semenyo has been good. It's the only thing, two crosses into the box, two very good crosses, and that's it. But again, the quality of the DNA of Arsenal Football Club has been eroded. Good decision from the referee. Pass the bloody ball forward. There was so much space out left, and Nico Riley does absolutely very well. Erling Haaland. Yeah, Haaland was just looking to dribble through everyone like he was prime Messi. Kushano does absolutely very well. That is old classic defending from Kushano. I mean, why is the referee giving a yellow card? Why is the referee giving a yellow card for that tackle? That's not a yellow card, ref. These referees are just so incompetent. It's a contact sport, bloody hell. Allow some contact. That is not even a yellow card. It's a telling off at best. That's not even a yellow card. Come on, that's not even a yellow card, but another free kick. Again, our defending from set pieces has been very, very good. That's excellent defending from Nathan Ake there. What a great piece of defending. He was clearly offside. I don't think. No, he was not offside. It's a corner for Arsenal. Or a throw in. I think it's a throw in, not a corner. Long throw in from Declan Rice. Well defended there. The defending's been very, very good. The worry could be that but the tackle from Ake was superb. Probably, I think Ake somewhere down the line, Ake should have started that Real Madrid game as a left back, as a centre back. I don't know, but he should have started because he is the last. Yes, Diaz is there, but in general, was one of the defenders of that treble winning side. He played knockouts against Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, Inter, everyone, and much better teams than what they were today. So that's great there from Bernardo Silva, I think. City somehow get the ball and Nico O'Reilly, Jeremy Doku, good pass from Doku, good pressing there from Bernardo Silva. City are not playing well here. We are playing absolute dog shit here. Not tested Kepa even once, and it's already 35 minutes. Ryan Circuit is absolutely beautifully there, keeping the ball. He's just an artist. Bernardo Silva should have given the ball there. There was so much space on the wing. And it's another corner for Arsenal. They are playing corner ball. That's not football. Hmm. Again, the organization's been good, to be honest, from corners. It's been very, very good from corners. And honestly, from long throws and all of the set plays that Arsenal have thrown at us, we have actually been very, very good. Erling, that's good work by Doku there to keep hold of the ball. I know he's given it back, but well done. Nathan Ake has been supreme here. Ake and Kusan have been very, very good, especially Nathan Ake, bringing all his experience to the fore. He's done better than Ruben Diaz would have done, to be honest. Not able to get those diagonal balls, to be honest. Have to get those diagonal balls right and find Jeremy Doku. Rodri, Semenyo. The strategy from Arsenal is simple: kick it long, take set plays, and that's all. Ah, of his weaker foot. Though this is Semenyo doesn't have a weaker foot, but Semenyo is getting good opportunities in there. Just miss the days of prime Mahrez strolling our right wing. I maybe think Pep can. I think Pep should look at having Semenyo a bit cutting in the box rather than him holding width and those crosses, because I think the Arsenal defenders will defend crosses fairly well. That's good defending from Nunez. Tanakit as well there. Ryan Sherky. Erling Haaland gets onto the ball. Jeremy Doku, this is interesting. It's a promising attack. It's the first promising attack we've had in this game. That's a corner for City. Good tackle from Saliba. That was good from City. That was good. Good play. But what will we do from corners? Bloody nothing. At least they played a short corner. It's over Erling Haaland. Bernardo Silva retrieves it. Good pass from Nunez and Jeremy Doku. Put a ball in, Jeremy. Put a ball in. Bernardo Silva does well. 2 more minutes to go in City of Arsenal, exactly where we want them to be. The controlling possession, very for the first time in the match, we are playing decently. Ryan Cherki, we have pinned Arsenal back here. Rodri. When you have everyone pinned back, I think you want someone to take on those long shots. Like Rodri used to arrive at the edge of the box and take on those long shots. Chance! That was a chance for Haaland. That was the chance for Haaland. Wow! This is absolutely very well worked. Great work from Semenyo. The defender was on him. It wasn't a straightforward chance like it looked. I think let's see in the replay again. Haaland should do better there. Haaland should at least have the effort on goal there. Haaland knows it, a striker of his health. Looking back, that's a missed opportunity for Erling Haaland. His size, the leap that he can get, it's definitely a missed opportunity for Erling Haaland. A throw in for City. We are ending the half well. That 5 minutes were very very good, but in general it's been a boring game. One of the most boring games I've seen in a while, to be honest. It's not that I see Arsenal daily. That's what I'm telling in a while. Nico Riley does well. It's the dying embers of the half. Can you put a ball in? That's the half. That's that. That's the half. That's the half. So what do you guys think about the half? That's the half. Nil nil. Haaland's had the best chance. I mean, Howard's had the best chance. Was it Howard's? Yes, I think Howard's had the best chance. Trafford made a important save, a great save. Shame that Trafford's. I don't know what do you guys think about this Trafford and Donnarumma debate. I just don't know. Gautam, there's average. How was the game quality, Gautam? How was the game quality? I thought the quality of the game from both sides was poor. Boring. It was a boring game, to be honest. No one was looking to play football. I don't say football is just possession based because we've seen Mourinho's team sit on the counter, everything. That is also football, but set pieces, throw ins. 60.5% possession. How many are the shots on target? That's the stat I'm looking at. Arsenal committed five fouls, you committed six fouls. Just with the state of the game. Attack. They had five shots, we had two shots. That's the stat, damning stat. Zero shots on target. They had three shots on target. Except one, most of the shots were from set plays, from open play. I think they would have maybe had one shot. Yes, the Harvard shot on target. That's all. But just says we need two new starting mids next season. No agility or no midfield. I mean, yes, when he plays Nico O'Reilly, we have done well. When he plays Nico O'Reilly, even in the Premier League, whenever he's played Nico O'Reilly, Rodri, and Bernardo Silva, we have done well because Nico O'Reilly gives you that position. You look at the matches where we have dropped points. Nottingham Forest, he played Phil Foden, and Phil Foden didn't track Elliot Anderson for that goal. Against Real Madrid, he didn't play Nico O'Reilly in the midfield. He played Semenyo, Rodri, and Bernardo Silva shit midfield. Against West Ham, it was we didn't finish well, but in general, I think whenever we have dropped points, did he? I mean, against West Ham, yes, he played Nico O'Reilly in the midfield. I think, but in general, I think physicality. You're right. We need a mid that gives you physicality. We need. I mean, Sharky is there for creativity. Foden will come back next season better. XM's is going through some psychological problems and stuff. Regarding his family issues and all, Phil Foden, but we have Ryan Sharkey regarding creativity. We have Nico O'Reilly. If he plays O'Reilly in the midfield regarding physicality, I actually think by Ajay, Elliot Anderson, Ryan Sharkey, and Rodri and Nico Gonzalez, whoever would make a great midfield. And also even now, I think Nico O'Reilly, Bernardo Silva, and Rodri. The midfield's interesting. The midfield's good. I think yes, you need more agility than Bernardo Silva. So Rodri, Elliot Anderson, Nico O'Reilly probably would be good. But then you're losing creativity there. So I mean, uh, but Bayaji, that's the problem there. That's the problem there, Bayaji. Two new starting mids. And I'm assuming you play one of Sharky or Foden. You play Sharky in that attacking midfield position, and you play Nico Gonzalez or Rodri in the CDM position. I think there's a place only for one new starting mid. And I actually think even though you buy Elliot Anderson, we have that mid in Nico O'Reilly. Otherwise, I think unless you're planning to play Rodri, Elliot Anderson, Nico O'Reilly, with Nico O'Reilly as the attacking midfielder, where he makes those runs into the box. He against Newcastle, he scored two goals playing that role, right? I actually think that would also be a good idea. I think unless you are planning to do that, then what do you do with Ryan Sherky? Maybe playing on the left wing, and then what do you do with Trafford was brilliant, and then what do you do with Anton Semenyo? Then playing on the right wing, and then what do you do with Jeremy Doku? I think that's a problem, AJ. I think there's just one possession in the midfield. Shakti is the second highest assist. He has the second highest assist in the Premier League, playing half the minutes of Bruno Fernandes. So you see how good Sharky has been. Don't ask me about Foden's possession. There's no place in the team. So there's hardly a place for one starting mid, I think, which is Elliot Anderson. I think apart from that, there's absolutely no place. Because with what Aitnauri has done, I think Aitnauri deserves to be starting as well. So I don't know. Why is this talk about Haaland's poor positioning in the box things? Jan should have scored two goals here, Bayaji. Easily should have scored two goals. If he was half good in the air. Look at that cross. Erling Haaland should have scored that. The first cross from Semenyo. I know Donnarumma is the number one keeper here, but it's a bit sad to see Trafford leave because Trafford's been brilliant in the cup competitions. He's made some Newcastle has made some important saves. The reason we are here playing this Carabao Cup final against Newcastle has been very good. in the semi-final, in the FA Cup, he's been good. And I mean, and in corners as well, set pieces, I think Trafford is much, much better than Donnarumma. It's an interesting thing again. Nothing on Donnarumma, but a few question marks about Donnarumma's handling of set pieces, especially the West Ham game. West Ham had one shot on target the entire match. They attempted one shot on target, they scored. Look at that, Semenyo as well. Haaland should have scored here. That's the thing again. Haaland should have scored there as well. Haaland knows it. Bayer says Dona Costa's exactly. Dona Costa's West Ham game. He was so weak in those set pieces. I know PSG fans told us, but so that's why bit sad to see. Nothing against Dona. He saved our asses a lot this season as well, but sad to see Trafford leave because he will leave obviously in the summer. For he's a quality keeper and deserves a starting place. He starts in most of the Premier League teams. I think he starts at Spurs. He's better than those two shit keepers. I think he starts at United. If Trafford went to Manchester United, is better than Lemons and the second goalkeeper. He starts at Newcastle for sure. He maybe doesn't start at Arsenal and City and Liverpool because of Alisson. So of the top six teams, he starts with three teams. That's how good James Trafford is, and he doesn't start at the other three teams because they have the top five, three of the top five goalkeepers in the world: Raya, Alisson, and Donnarumma. So sad to see because Trafford's from our academy, and it would have been nice to have an academy player in goal as well. Kandanya is here. Hey, Kandanya, how you doing? He says this isn't the first match since City has got very few shots on target. Versus West Ham, City has only 6 out of the 24 on target. Definitely there's some issue there. Erling Haaland's the issue. Haaland should have scored 2 goals. Haaland should have scored 2 goals. Haaland's the issue. Haaland's definitely the issue, that's all. They're providing him with the chances. He's not scoring. Erling Haaland's the issue. Again, I mean, you could say Erling Haaland's. Uh, again, that's the irony, right? Erling Haaland's going through his worst patch, and he'll still win the Golden Boot award in the Premier League three seasons in a row. And he's been shit for 3 months now since January, and he's still the best striker in the Premier League. I mean, in terms of the goals scored this season. It's an ironical thing with Erling Haaland. Yes, he's had 50 goal seasons. That's the standards we judge him to, the best striker in the world. I know, but again, we do not know mentally what's happening to Erling Haaland. We do not know. We absolutely do not know mentally what's happening to him. The mental side of the things. What's happened to Phil Ford, and it's coming up. There's an article in Athletic that he's having some issues, his wife and family and all, and that's why psychologically seeing a psychologist, his head is not in the same place. I don't say Haaland's having the same things, but could be some issue that we do not know because I haven't seen Haaland this poor. Gautam says, so when are we talking about Haaland replacement? when That's the ironical thing, Gautam. Haaland can have a shit season and he can still win the Premier League Golden Boot because you're talking about probably the best striker Premier League has ever seen. He's better than Michael Owen, Fernando Torres. You name the strikers, so that's the thing. And I think mentally he's going through something. They're not revealing it. Is mentally he's not at the right place. It's so important, they say, for a sports person, for an athlete to have a great mental state of mind. I think something's wrong mentally with Foden. That's been proven. The articles in Athletic and stuff telling it. I think Haaland's head is not in the right place. It's not about footballing ability right now, and we know what Haaland is as a person. Even if he misses a penalty or he misses an open chance, he shrugs it away and goes the next one, the next one. That's the mentality Haaland's always had. but mentally is not in the right place. I don't know why and how. Because Haaland doesn't miss those chances against West Ham, he's missed sitters. Against Real Madrid, he's missed sitters. Haaland was in form, it would have been 4-4. 10 Man City would have made it 4-4 against Real Madrid. Mentally is not in the right state of mind. I don't know why or what's happened. Is he playing with an injury? I don't know. Why this is because the whole focus on keeping the ball then scoring. So now nobody looks confident when shooting. Second leg was prime example. I mean there's something else going on behind the scenes by Aji because with Erling Haaland, because Erling Haaland was always that sort of a player where he would have 4 touches in a match and score a hat trick. 5 touches, Haaland scores 4 goals. We have seen it in the last 3 years that he's been at the club. Counted right, I think 3 years. So I can agree with that statement that not keeping the ball and shooting will affect other players, but not Erling Haaland because Haaland's always been that kind of a player who didn't need much touches, 2 touches, 2 goals. That's always been what Erling Haaland's 90 minutes is quiet. He comes on 90 plus 2 and scores a brace. So something's not right mentally. Cardenas says he may be the best striker in the world, but he isn't helping the team when is required the most. That's what makes players great. Stand up when the team needs you the most. That's true. Uh, that's true. That's true. But again, it just seems that and also I think we must acknowledge the fact that how great a person is, how great an athlete is. He grows through a lean patch. Maybe this is the lean patch that Haaland's going through. He's trying hard. It's just not working. It's just not working for him. I'm defending Haaland here. Yes, I'll defend Haaland because is contributed to us so much, and he's going through a lean patch. I mean, it's almost like people sort of imagine that the best players cannot go through a lean patch. That's definitely not true. You have Cristiano Ronaldo go on those lean patches. You have R9 go on those lean patches. You had Rodri being shit in a lot of games and he's still getting it. So there he's going through a lean patch. He's obviously going through a lean patch and also I think you cannot play Marmoush here. Come on, Arsenal will kill you with all of those things. I mean, Haaland will help City defend the set pieces and also attack crosses with Marmoush. You're suddenly removing all of that threat. So you can't give Haaland rest as well here. Julian Alvarez, Gautam says justice for Alvarez. We can also say Gautam, justice for Trafford. Justice for James Trafford. Honestly, yes, Donnarumma is the best keeper in the world, but Trafford will get there. I see Trafford also being there, and I don't know. Again, it's just this. It's just this. Again, it's the same dilemma. You know what Marmoush is facing. Is it Erling Haaland or is Marmoush? It's the same dilemma which the Spain team faced, the Spain team of 08, 09 faced, with so many of those generational midfielders. Do you play David Silva? Do you play Iniesta? Do you play Cesc Fabregas? That's the dilemma here with Erling Haaland and Alvarez. Gautam says we missed a gem like him. Marmoush is in no way near Alvarez, and no gem of a striker. Gautam will come to sit on the bench for Erling Haaland. I don't know. I mean, could he have devised a system where he could have played both Alvarez and Haaland together? Then that would mean diluting midfield control because 4-4-2 means two people out wide, only two people in the midfield. Would Pep ever dilute the midfield control? So playing a 4-4-2 was always out of question. So how do you get a striker who's happy, who's very good when coming out, but who's happy to sit on the bench for most of the season? To give credit to Pep Gautam, Pep tried Alvarez in that attacking midfield role, and all of those things just didn't work out. Absolutely, just didn't work out. So that's the dilemma, and also we got Julian Alvarez because we scouted him. We absolutely scouted him, and we got for 20 million. Imagine getting someone like Julian Alvarez for 20 million. And from day one, I've said the finishing of Alvarez is, if you create a player on FIFA with 100 finishing, it's gonna be Julian Alvarez, not Erling Haaland. Like you said, great pressure of the ball and everything, but it's what it is. Gautam says Alvarez will go to Barca. I feel hopefully he doesn't come to Arsenal, Gautam, because it seems Arsenal are linked with Julian Alvarez. But the finishing of Alvarez is just ice cool, and his free kicks are something else as well. I don't know which way this game will go, but I've accepted the fact this is the rebuilding season. So let's see what will happen. Just enjoy the rest of the season. What is left without much pressure, without much pressure and goosebumps, because we'll be in title races after this, and there'll be. I think we're lucky to. There'll be very few end of the seasons where we are not feeling that pressure of each match, even as fans. I think this last 3 years back, 4 years back. I think last year was, yeah, rebuild of season, but before that it was what, 2 3 years back before we actually were not in a title race. So actually, given the right kind of system, I think Marmos is also very very good. To be honest, Marmos is more of a counter player. Whereas Julian Alvarez, I think that's one difference. Whereas Julian Alvarez can patiently make those runs, even when those little movements, I would not even say runs, which Aguero used to do. The movement is the difference. Movement inside the box is what differentiates Marmos and Alvarez, I feel. Not many differences between them, to be honest. Finishing wise, you could argue Alvarez is slightly better, but we're talking about world class margins here. Jeremy Doku does extremely well. Wow. He has to be the best dribbler in the world. He absolutely had three Madrid players on toast in both the legs. Nico Riley gets to the ball city in an attacking position. Jeremy Doku. Haaland just couldn't get that shot away. Erling Haaland just couldn't get that shot away. That is wonderful play there. Haaland just couldn't get that shot away there. Again. Just couldn't get that shot away there, Erling Haaland. It's a corner for Arsenal. Ah, in swinging corner. That's good defending there. Jeremy Doku in a foot race. Wow. Why is he given a yellow card to Doku? I'll never understand. Exactly. Exactly, Gautam. Exactly. Why did he stop the play? I'll not understand. And give the keeper yellow card. I mean, you could have played advantage. He should have played advantage. Exactly, Gautam. He should have played advantage. He clearly should have played advantage. There was no keeper in goal. He clearly should have played advantage or it's a red card. If he stops, it's a red card. It's an obvious denial of goal scoring opportunity, which it's not because the defenders going back there. But I don't know why did he stop the play and give a yellow card. Should have played an advantage and then given the yellow card afterwards. What the fuck is this referee? The referees in England have lost it. Gadam, the referees in England have lost it. Wow, the referees in England have absolutely lost it. Now, this angle is a stupid angle. You cannot do anything from this angle, clearly. What the fuck was that free kick from Anton Semenyo? What the fuck was that free kick? But why did the referee stop play? I don't know. That was such a horrendous decision in a final. I'm still thinking about it. Why did he stop play? He could have easily played an advantage there. No one's gambling in the box. That's one thing we miss when Foden's not playing. No one's gambling like Foden. No one's gambling in the box like Foden. When Foden was in form, talking about prime Foden. Haaland's doing well there. I mean, his off the ball movement and off the ball play have improved so much. Rodri was striking it. That is the old Rodri. And Rodri goes on to strike it like this. But City have actually started this half better. Again, not testing Kepa. That's the only thing. City are absolutely all over Arsenal here. Wow, this is good football from City. But again, not testing Kepa at all during this phase. That's the worry. Test the keeper, at least test the keeper. I mean, Haaland's weak shot was there, but that is not testing the keeper. Come on. And on Semenyo. Ah, very difficult to curl that in from that range. Come on, City. Ah, much better gameplay, much improved gameplay. Gautam says, can feel it. Arsenal are under pressure, but we need to take advantage of this phase. That's what I think. Jeremy Doku. Jeremy Doku is absolutely had their left back on the right back on toast. That was a chance, guys. That was a chance. That was such a chance. Just couldn't strike it. That was such a chance. This is vintage City. This is City of old minus them testing the keeper. This is City of old. Jeremy Doku's had the right back. I mean Ben White on toast clearly. Erling Haaland is running through. Erling Haaland is running through. Ah, Gautam chance. Erling Haaland almost ran through there. Wow, wow, that is City at their absolute best. That phase of play was just absolutely magical, right? That was absolutely pristine. They cut through the heart of Arsenal's defense. Wow. They cut through the absolute heart of Arsenal's defense there, right from James Trafford. Brilliant phase of play that. Shame that Erling Haaland just could not accelerate a bit more. Bernardo Silva. He's just not getting an opportunity to strike the ball, to test the keeper. That's the only thing. Ah! Ah! Nico Riley scores! Come on, City! Ah! Come on! Nico Riley scores! Ah! Come on! Ah! Come on, City! Ah! Kepa let the mistake and What a goal that is! Wow! Nico Riley scores! Wow! Come on! Come on, City! Wow! What a goal that is! Woo! Kadam just told ya! Wow! Look at those diagonals! Look at those diagonals! Look at the diagonal switch! Look at the diagonal switch there from Rodri! Wow! Look at the diagonal switch from Rodri there! Come on, City! Woo! And Nico Riley scores. Wow. So fitting of Nico Riley to be the person there to score. Yes, he's playing left back, Gautam, but I just think Nico Riley's position is in that midfield. I think we have found the heir to Yaya Touré's throne, and it's Nico Riley. Felt it after that Newcastle game. Kepa, Blue Moon. I think if Trafford goes, look at Pep Guardiola there. Look at his emotions. Look at how he's kicking that board. Wow. Look at Pep Guardiola there. Wow. The football's been much better in this half. Beautiful from Nico Riley. Kadam just can feel it. Ah, come on, City. Woo! It's a foul on Semenyo, I think. Sorry, foul by Semenyo on Trossard, I think. Is he gonna change the keeper now or what? Wow. Caudinia says Nico just won a mini physical battle against the Arsenal fans. Proclaim best CDM in the world in Zubimendi. Caudinia, you Arsenal fans could say Zubimendi is the best CDM in the world, but they don't know whom they are comparing Zubimendi against. This is Nico Riley, the heir to Yaya Touré's throne. Yaya Touré is the king of midfielders, king of physical midfielders, if I may say. Jeremy Doku. He scored a second! I can't believe it! Look at Pep Guardiola! Look at Pep Guardiola! This is the head to Yaya Touré's throne! Nico Riley! Wow! Born in Manchester! Made in Manchester! One of our own! One of our own! Nico Riley! You are one of our own! Come through from the academy! The true head to Yaya Touré's throne. Look at it. Wow. What the header. Ah! Against a team that prides itself in scoring headers. Just look at them. Wow. What a ball and what a goal. Wow. Wow. Just look at the ball. Was it Nunez with the ball? They're just magnificent one. Kadam just told ya, I can feel it. Whoa, Nico man, Nico Riley. I mean, who was it with the cross? I've just lost my breath here. Just gone out of my breath here. Whoa, just gone out of my breath here. Kadam just Mancunian blood scoring at Wembley against Arsenal twice. Whenever the Mancunian blood sees red, this is what happens. Look at Pep Guardiola go. Look at Pep Guardiola celebrate. Wow! Look at Pep Guardiola celebrate there. Haven't seen Pep Guardiola do this. Even after winning the Champions League final, he wasn't that. I mean, yes, he was. He wasn't this pumped up. Wow! Fantastic. Fantastic from Nico Riley. Wow. Again, the mentality. The guy was responsible for Valverde's first goal, Nico Riley. And I think Pep's management as well, didn't allow him to play in the second leg against Madrid. Knew that they would target him a bit and unleashed him here. Gotham says, can feel it. Can feel it. Gotham, why not three? Gotham, why not 3 and 4? Just like, I think 2 years back, 3 years back, I think De Bruyne absolutely washed them at the Etihad, 4-1 or something. Why not 3 and 4? Come on, come on. Mistake from Doku, cannot allow it. Not invite pressure, that's the only thing I would say. Play as if it's 1-0, guys. Play as if it's 1-0. Counting says now Nico just won a mini battle to get to the ball ahead of Arsenal fans proclaim best player in the world and Saka. Countania, this is Yaya Toure smoking. This is Yaya Toure smoking. He's come in the reincarnation in the form of Nico O'Reilly. Who is bloody Saka? This is the one of the greatest central mids to play in the Premier League. Yaya Toure, and it's his hair. But honestly, the movement, right? The movement of Nico O'Reilly is absolutely fantastic. Wow, that movement as well. It wasn't straight. I think it was a near pose, a far pose for the first. I mean, the way he just gambled there, superb. That's what no one was doing until then. That's a foul and that's a free kick. Look at how he's kicked. Look at how he's kicked the City player. Cardenas says, by the way, Pep got booked for his celebration. What the fuck is this refereeing? And also, Cardenas, your view on what Gautam said about Kepa yellow card. There was no keeper in goal. Kepa fouled Doku, and the referee and the ball was still with Doku. The referee should have played advantage. Why didn't the ref play advantage? Okay, if Doku lost the ball, Arsenal player got the ball, or if Doku would not be able to get the ball, I understand. Give a yellow. I understand. Stop the play and give a yellow. Your view, continue on this about the referee stopping the play instead of playing an advantage. Gautam says, look how Sharky is enjoying. We only miss Jack Grealish now, Gautam. We only miss Jack Grealish. Party boy. But yeah, still there's time. Let us play as if we just scored one goal. That's all, and let us just try to defend that. Poor from Nico Riley, absolute poor from Nico Riley, absolutely poor that from Nico Riley. Ake does well there, but I guess it's a corner to Arsenal, or is it a goal kick? I think it's a goal kick. Very well done from Ake. It's a goal kick. Ake has been absolutely superb. Just a word on Ake, to be honest. It's been absolutely wonderful. Guys, let us play the next 15 minutes without conceding. Let us play as if we have just scored one goal. Let us play as if let us play as if we just have one goal to defend and no conceding next 15 minutes, right? Let's do that. Come on. 15 minutes. That's the challenge for this team until the 86th minute. Arsenal with the ball. Counting assists, you should have watched Bournemouth versus Man United last night. There were two contradictory decisions. Two same fouls. They gave a penalty for one and no penalty for the other. Actually, I didn't watch the match or highlights, but another friend of mine was telling about this. You should watch. He told me you should watch the Harry Maguire red card and the same penalty foul that they gave. Both are similar, but why they didn't give penalty for one and why they gave for the other, no one knows. Counting as how can a referee get confused twice in the same match? That shows referees are shit in the PL. I mean that decision. I mean common sense decision we have seen right in front of our eyes. If they can get this thing wrong in a final where he should have clearly played advantage, Doku was with the ball keeper out from the goal, no one's there. I mean, let us defend this free kick. Come on, guys. Let us defend this free kick. What may happen? Let us defend this free kick. Remember, we are just defending one goal. Just imagine we are just one goal up. Come on, let's. For a moment I thought it went in. Trafford was there. That was close. Calafiori. For a moment Calafiori got his head to it. That's how dangerous Arsenal can be from set pieces. So we need to be absolutely careful here. Remember the time, 86th minute. That's a challenge for this team not to concede till the 86th minute. Jeremy Doku, look at that. He knows Hincapia is on a Ben White is on a yellow card. Look at Ryan Sherky go there past 3-4 Arsenal players. The way we are winning second balls is just. The ball's gone out and time just running so slowly. And another Arsenal throw in. Come on, guys, focus, concentrate. That's excellent defending there. Throw in, well played, Doku. I mean, I just cannot speak the stresses like that. Just cannot speak. City have retreated sort of into a mid block. I won't say low block, but a mid block, and at least one counter attacking chance. That's what we are hoping for. At least one counter attacking chance. Ah! I thought that went in for a moment from Califiori. Ah! How far was it from Guy Corres? And was it? I think it was a shot. It was not far. It hit the outside of the post. I think it was. He should have crossed it across the goal, but it was a shot which Guy Corres could not get to it. Remember, we are just defending one goal. That's how we need to approach the game now. It's a foul for City. I mean, foul in City's favor. Jeremy Doku does absolutely well there, taking three Arsenal players. Wow. Bad pass from Nunez. Bad pass from Nunez. Good tackle there. Fantastic tackle that is. Erling Haaland. He should have given it to Doku. Doku was free. And there was less traffic over there. I don't know what the fuck was that. What the fuck was that? When he had such a good position, why did Roddy kick it out of play? Mortales is here. Hello, buddy. How are you? I remember from the chat last time that you came here. I'm just stressed now and tense. Keeper, keeper, keeper! Ah, that was so risky. That's a free kick to Arsenal. Look at it. Now they're not wasting any time. Now they're bloody not wasting any time, right? It's a substitution now. It's fine. By the way, guys, 10 minutes have gone. Little bit more than 10 minutes have gone since we have started that challenge of not conceding. We started it at almost 70 minutes, 42 seconds, 71 minutes, you could say. Now it's 81 minutes, 33 seconds on my clock, and yeah. The challenge was for 15 minutes, so 5 more minutes. That's a throw into City. That's another throw into City. Gyökeres just could not control the ball over there. No one moves from their places. No one absolutely moves from their places now. Please, guys. Remember, we are defending only one goal. Remember, we are defending only one goal. Ah, that is good. Maduiki could not take that. That is very good. Why are we throwing it so quickly? I just don't know. Ah, I don't know why we are taking the throws so quickly, guys. That is very well done. Ryan Sharkey has been supreme. That's a foul in City's favor. Well done, Sharkey. Very well done. Sharkey is just absolutely enjoying this like a king. That is urging the City crowd. That's again a foul on Jeremy Doku. Well done, Jeremy. Sharkey, Jeremy Doku. It's just Jack Grealish who's missing. Take the free kick slowly. Take your time. Take your bloody time, guys. Take your time. That's again a throw in City's favor. Well done. Take your time, guys. One of the hallmarks of the previous City teams were they knew how to manage the games well. They absolutely knew how to manage the games well. That is what this City team needs to learn. That's again a free kick in City's favor. Wow. Jeremy Doku is absolutely having a ball here. Gautam just Gooners leaving. But Jeremy Doku is absolutely having a ball here, Gautam, right? What the fuck was that? Erling Haaland does absolutely well there. Not allowing Zubimendi, I think, to turn. Beautiful from Erling Haaland. Great off the ball work from Erling Haaland. That's what is wanted. Erling Haaland. Doku does absolutely well. Sharky not getting the foul there. That's excellent there again. Wonderful work from Rodri there. Ah, he's given it away again. Now they'll set up for Gautam says you can take the player out, but not his mentality. Now it's a long throw coming in. Love you, Grealish. By the way, 15 minutes are up for the challenge that we had given City. Now 5 more minutes. Final leg of the challenge until the 92nd minute. That's the challenge. It's 87 minutes now, 92nd minute. And remember, you're just defending one goal. And please, no one move from their position. Ah, that nearly went in, I think. Wow. What the fuck just happened there? What the fuck just happened there? Fantastic challenge. What a challenge that is. Anton Semenyo versus Ricardo Calafiori. Come on. Look at Ryan Sharkey there. Give the ball back to the keeper. Come on. Remember, guys, we are just defending one goal. Come on. Ah. Gautam just Semenyo to Calafiori. गोली बेटा मस्ती नहीं. Gabriel's header and it hit the top of the crossbar. Hit the top of the crossbar, but I think Trafford got there, even if it fell down. Trafford got there, but Gautam, yes, Haaland's not scoring goals, but the off the ball work from Erling Haaland's been absolutely fantastic. Right? He's not allowed Zubimendi to turn there with the ball. He's done 2 or 3 things, beautiful things. How much will be the added time? Not more than +4, please. Yes, it's +4 exactly. Our challenge runs till +2, 90 +2. So yeah, please. That is beautiful defending there. That is wonderful defending. Somehow added time just rolls away fast. I don't know how, but it does. Look at it. I know there was the Phil Foden substitution, but yeah. Nunez has been beautiful. I mean, each players will discuss about all of that once the match is over because I just can't focus right now. But let it roll out, and it's a throw. And Mortales says, "Congrats to City, mate. The match is not over. Mate, the match is not over. We are a club who have won the title with the Aguero movement. So until it's over, it's not over. That's how we see football matches. We're not like Arsenal, celebrating early. Come on, guys, see it out." And on Semenyo, I think he'll add one more. Mortales says, "I think I'm ahead, referee." I don't know, Mortales. Then I'm trusting you on this. I don't want any late heartbreaks, Mortales. I'm trusting you on this. I don't want any late heartbreaks. Then let's see. It's still 90-40 right now. Yes, 90-40 exactly on my clock. Mortales, I'm trusting you. I don't want any late heartbreaks. Great defending again. Fantastic defending again. Exactly, Bayaji. Still 1 minute left for me. Exactly. Unless Mortales is watching from the stadium, I don't know. Gotham says City are the Carabao Cup champions. Gotham, it's still 40 seconds left. And by the way, they have also passed another challenge, 87 to 92nd minute. No goals conceded. Gotham, let our clocks finish as well. Yes, everyone celebrating in their own timeline. That is the beauty again. Wow. Wow. Bayaji says Man City's favorite trophy is back. That's what the match is ending on on a different timeline to everyone. So let's see. My timeline is still not ended. So let's see. I know they're already coming, and yes, the referees blow the whistle. Woo! Now really, congratulations, everyone. We did it. City are the Carabao Cup champions. Man City's favorite trophy is back. The blue moon has risen. The name is engraved. Yes. Woo! Come on, City. Woo! What a performance! Everyone played their hearts out today. Everyone gave everything, the blood, sweat, everything was given here today. Right from Pep Guardiola to each of City's players. Everyone today played there like it was the last game they're gonna play. They gave literally everything. Wow, especially the second half. I just don't know what was told in that dressing room at halftime, but I don't know what was told in the dressing room, but it clearly made a difference. Pep changed things tactically, and my man, Nico Riley, whoa! Again, what a performance! What a performance! Colo Taure is hugging him there, and I'm sure is telling him, "You are the heir to my brother Yaya Toure's throne. I've seen Yaya play from a young age, and I'm seeing you play. You are the heir to Yaya Toure's throne." Colo would have told Nico Riley that the blue moon has risen. The citizens, The blue moon has risen. Arsenal just thought that we'll win all the four trophies. Arsenal just thought that winning the quadruple is a piece of cake. Arsenal, you're lucky, mates. We dropped points against West Ham. Otherwise, you were on course to go trophyless again this season. You were on course to go trophyless again this season, Arsenal. You're lucky that we dropped points to West Ham. Otherwise you are done in the game you will play against us at the Etihad. You are daring to dream and think you'll come to the Etihad and defeat us? Get lost. This is how football's played, not your shit stuff, Arsenal. Mort- Mortalis just told exactly mid here. The thing is, the match finished at different timelines for different. Each of us were like 10-15 seconds here and there. By this as first trophy for many new players. This should serve as a springboard movement. This should also serve as a leadership movement. This should also serve as a moment that it should allow the players to understand first half was shit. Still, when things are not going well, don't let your heads drop. Go at it, go at it, go at it. That's what this should serve. Continues says, will City's fans or players be mocked if they over celebrate an EFL Cup victory? I mean, a cup is a cup. A cup is a cup. Cup is a cup. In your rebuild season, if you win an EFL Cup, if you win a competition, the trophy should be celebrated. When is the last time Arsenal won an EFL Cup? If you say it's just an EFL Cup, when is the last time Arsenal won an EFL Cup? When was the last time Spurs won an EFL Cup? When was the last time Manchester United won an EFL Cup? United was in Jose Mourinho's time, I think, if I'm not wrong. So I think a lot of the top six clubs, with Newcastle won it last year, but yeah, a trophy is a trophy, and also rebuilding season, you win a trophy, that's fantastic. How many teams go 3-4 years? Arsenal went 7 years. What? This is Mikel Arteta's what? Seventh year in the rebuild, zero trophies. This is the first year of the rebuild. Already you won the first trophy available. Celebrate the trophy, mate. Celebrate the trophy. I was reading it on social media. There was a very old Manchester City fan. He was telling City won a lot of trophies from 1974 to 1981, and then a lot of fans never even saw City lift any trophy because then the next trophy was in 2011. A lot of fans even have not lived to see that. So just he just wrote, just embrace playing the final, whatever may be the result. Great wisdom. And also counting, yeah, let the opposition fans mock us, whatever we that we'll celebrate it. Log ka kaam again, they'll just mock, that's it. Gotham says the dagger for Arsenal have been stuck now. Look at them struggling in UCL, FA, and Premier League. Gotham, that's the thing. If we had not dropped points to in West Ham, the Premier League would have been gone. I always thought if we were flawless until the Arsenal match and we won the Carabao Cup, we could have won the Premier League as well. But now we dropped the points to West Ham, of course. But yeah, I just think Arsenal are lucky. That's what I'm telling. Arsenal are lucky that we drop points to West Ham. Bayaji says Haaland still to score in semis or finals for City, but Bayaji, I'm impressed this time by Haaland because of his off the ball work. Look at it. Zubimendi, there was Saka or Gaikores, I don't remember, he was ready to make the run. Zubimendi was having the ball. There was a blind splitting pass which would put, I think it was Gaikores through. And Erling Haaland came and shielded the ball, and he never allowed Zubimendi to play that pass. I think it was 76th minute or something. If a goal went in there, anything could have happened. Zubimendi had to go back and do all of that stuff. Erling Haaland's off the ball work is a dream today. Erling Haaland's off the ball work was an absolute dream today. Yes, he has to score goals and all, but it's not that 2 seasons ago. Even last year, if Erling Haaland was not scoring goals, he was useless. If Erling Haaland was not scoring goals, you're playing with 10 men. Today, Erling Haaland not scoring goals, you're bloody playing with 12 men. Because the striker coming back, man marking the opposition DM. Not Erling Haaland today shut down Zubimendi and Declan Rice. I mean, whoever were in that DM position. They took turns. Erling Haaland's off the ball work, I mean, against Newcastle, his off the ball work was supreme. Here, his off the ball work was supreme. Wow. Gautam says the quadruple dream is officially over. Gautam, let us put another dagger into their hearts by beating them in the Premier League and asking them a question. 3 points. If we beat them in the Premier League, it would come to 3 points. What, 7, 8 matches to go? Manchester United were 7 points ahead in 2011-12 season, 5 matches to go. And we played them, brought it down to 4. United then dropped a couple of points. We won the title on the last day. So from now, go and express yourself. Ask the question. You never know. Anything could happen. Gautam says Carabao Cup is our yard. What we have won, Pep himself has won what? This is his 5th Carabao Cup. Wow. Gautam says Haaland has completed his Premier League career officially. Gautam, Haaland might think the reverse. Yeah, I've again started my Premier League career officially with the Carabao Cup, and there's so much more to win again. But yeah, you're right. Haaland has completed everything. Gautam says Arsenal last one EFL Cup 30. Exactly, Arsenal last one it 33 years back. United last one it 10 years back. Spurs won it God knows before the earth was born. I don't know. Newcastle won it after 60 years last time, if I'm not wrong. Or how was it 100 years? I don't know. And then Liverpool, I think Liverpool won it in the last 4-5 years. They won it once. So again, a trophy is a trophy. That to a new generation. I think Continue the thing is to a new generation, a generation that is looking for inspiration, a generation that is knocked out of Real Madrid 4-0, a Real Madrid that didn't have the star players, knocked out of it 4-0, a generation that is seeing the Premier League title challenge crumble. You go there and not beating a West Ham or a Sunderland, or with due respect to all those teams, but beating the best team, which they say in Europe, in the Premier League, whatever, based on the standings. Go and put a dagger in their heart. The young ones coming in there, your Sharkies, your Reinders, and all of those will say, wow, this is what this club means. This is what the legacy at this club means. This is what winning culture means. That's the difference between Arsenal and us. People say, why do City win so much? The winning culture, the culture is engraved. The culture is taught. Whenever you play a final, how many finals has Pep Guardiola lost? Champions League final, one and all, but how many domestic cup finals has Pep Guardiola lost? Yes, his last one to Ten Hag, but we were overdrunk from the Premier League victory then and that year. But in general, Pep has, I think, out of 10-12 finals, has lost 2 finals in the domestic cup. So the winning, it's like Bayaji mentioned earlier, the engravement of the winning culture is just so important. That is what City have done with this. It's a message. Gautam says now City level Liverpool for highest number of EFL Cups 9 times. Give Slot 1 more year or 2 more years, and we will and we will actually even overtake that as well. Bayaji says we scored 2 against the best defense in Europe, but managed only 1 in 180 minutes against an under-strength Real Madrid. Pep must be asked this. There are some things you don't ask Pep, Bayaji. How did he make? I think Bayaji, the better question would be, how did he? I mean, we have a record that Chelsea against City, the worst team ever to win a Champions League final, they say was Chelsea. How did Pep make that Chelsea team win the Champions League final? That's an even important question. I think if Chelsea and Real Madrid, both of them play, you had that Chelsea 2020 Chelsea and this Real Madrid team they play, both of them are 2 equally shit teams. How did Pep make that Chelsea team win? How did Pep make us draw 1-1 to West Ham? The more important question, Bayaji, is today Nottingham Forest defeated Spurs 3-0 when their lives depended on it. How did we concede 5 points to this City Spurs? You know why I was worried at 72nd minute at 2-0? Why I was worried? And I went on keeping challenges to distract myself from the clock. 15 minutes we should not concede. We are scoring 1 goal because City were 2-0 up against Spurs and we made it 2-2. If Spurs can score against us, that City Spurs, I was thinking, why can't this Arsenal do it when they have better players than Spurs? That's why I was worried. That's why I was worried a lot. So Pep must be asked, because that points you considered to Spurs team was the title, the Premier League title. Otherwise, City in this rebuild season would be potentially looking at winning the big trophies, if not for how many points we dropped to Spurs. Gautam says now City level Liverpool for highest number of EFL Cup 9 times. We have done that. Gautam says City finally won a cup after a long wait of 1 year. A long wait of 1 year. That's how lucky we are. I think of these times and I say to myself, wow, let us just enjoy each of these times fully, because seeing what's happening with Chelsea and what's happening around, you just never know. Fingers crossed, everything should be good. Fingers crossed, but you just never know. Bayern says Pep fucked up in last season in FA Cup final. Benches are only DM in Nico G. Exactly, Bayaji. You look at the finals which Pep has lost. Pep has not lost those finals. He has conceded or forfeited those finals. Goes to Champions League final against Chelsea and removes both his DMs and puts Gundogan there. The worst team ever to reach a Champions League final. Chelsea wins the trophy against Eric Ten Hag. He does something and we lose the FA Cup final. And then last season he doesn't play Nico G, the best team for us from February last season, and we dropped that. So even the finals which Pep has lost, everything is on Pep. Seeing Pep, I think sometimes is like someone who wins everything in FIFA and he says, "Chal re, forfeit karte hai do game." And Gautam, it should not have been 1 year as well, because Dean Henderson, the referee decision. I still don't know how Dean Henderson doesn't get a red card there. But okay, that final I was still okay because Crystal Palace, the fans won a trophy after a long time celebration. But today, I just cannot imagine Arsenal to have won this. Bhaiya, this is Agent Kepa was Arthur. Salute to Agent Kepa. Salute to Agent Kepa. Salute to Agent Kepa. Gautam says, absolutely Bhaiya. And then now Arsenal fans know how Chelsea fans feel about Kepa. Gautam says, absolutely Bhaiya. Gautam says Pep has now won the most Carabao Cups as a manager 5 times. I think he has a hat trick or 4 winning streak, 4 in a row. Gautam says this will definitely build a lot of strong mentality for the new players, especially Reinders, everyone, Reinders, Kushano. How much confidence would Kushano take from this? Matthews Nunes. How much confidence would Matthews Nunes take from it? Defended against Trossard. Trossard was the one who started left, right? He defended against Trossard. Matthews Nunes was absolutely wonderful. I'll talk individually. That's it. City are the champions who have lifted the trophy. Carabao Cup champions 25-26. Come on, City. Look at Nathan Ake with the trophy. Nathan Ake, what a dream performance from him. One of the best centre-back performances in a final I've seen for City. He was an absolute colossus today. I don't think if Ruben Diaz plays, maybe I think we win this. Because Nathan Ake has a bit of the turn of pace that Ruben Diaz has. Ruben Diaz does not have. Erling Haaland, his work rate off the ball was outstanding. His work rate off the ball was a dream today. Cushion out there holding the trophy. What a game he's had. Got a yellow card, showed maturity. His tackles, outstanding. He absolutely covered Victor Gyökeres and never gave him a sniff. Omar Marmoush, if he stays with us, how much confidence will he get? Look at Jeremy Doku. He absolutely killed the last 10 minutes, brought in foul after foul after foul. He was unplayable today, Jeremy Doku. Wow, look at Savinho there. If he stays with us, probably I think he'll get confidence and build on this. John Stones did not play, but don't know where his fitness is right now. Bernardo Silva again, his work rate was absolutely fantastic. Rodri was very, very good. The way he slowed the game down, he was picture perfect today, Rodri. His diagonal, especially for the second goal, I think the diagonal to find was it Ryan Sherky? Yes, I think it was Sherky, Nunez and goal. I think, yeah, the diagonal for that second goal was outstanding. Bayaji says our wing play was unlocked in the second half and we started flying. This is the thing, Bayaji. You have two genuine wingers. Start Jeremy Doku on the left and Semenyo on the right to stretch the pitch. Why the fuck do you want to play Semenyo striker, Semenyo cam? Perhaps literally played Semenyo in all of the attacking positions. except right wing and left wing. Since he came here, play Semenyo on the right, play Doku on the left. Who the fuck goes on and plays Semenyo as an attacking midfielder when you have Ryan Cherky sitting there? Kadam says, "Is this the last match before the break?" Yes. What a way to go into the break. Let Arsenal fans suffer through the break. Gautam says Savio scammed a title. He also scammed a starting place in that Real Madrid match. I'll never understand how someone like Savio can start that Real Madrid match on the right wing. But this is Matteo Mama straight from bed to medal. Man. There is this coach, Chelsea coach, right? I think it was what Roberto Di Matteo, I think was his name, if I'm not wrong. He won the Champions League with Chelsea as an interim and he was sacked. Roberto Di Matteo. The same thing with Savio. Gotham just did Semenyo get the medal. Not observed it. I think he will get the medal. I think he'll get the medal, Gotham. He'll get the medal. I think if he's eligible to play, I think he will get the medal if he's eligible to play. And we're just seeing James Trafford again. He deserves the medal. Wow. Wow. I mean, what goalkeepers we have? James Trafford, Donnarumma. I mean, I think in the midst of all this, let us not forget the save which James Trafford did in that first half. When I think was it Havertz who went straight through, and then who went through, and then James Trafford did I think two wonderful saves. What save from James Trafford! I mean, looking at the performances of Trafford and the performances of Donnarumma, to be fair, Trafford must be starting against Newcastle in the semi-final of this competition. He saved us a lot of good saves, and now here again, James Trafford. Wow. Yes, we have Donnarumma, but little unhappy that this might be the last few months of James Trafford at City. Though I want him to stay, academy lad and all. I'm not seeing Semenyo with the medal, but just look at Pep. Pep got it wrong. I mean, Pep got it wrong at Madrid. Pep got it wrong here. Gay, he doesn't have the medal. Of course, otherwise he would have played. Yes, Semenyo has the medal there. Semenyo has the medal. He's in the picture. Yes, Semenyo did get the medal. Semenyo got the medal. Carabao Cup winners 25-26. Wow! Woo! Come on, City! Pep is telling all of the backroom staff and everyone to join in as well. Sign of a great leader again. Come on. This will strengthen the entire group. The physios, the kitmen, everyone along with the players. Fantastic from City, this is. What a performance. But I would like to highlight the performance of two players. One is Nathan Ake. Yes, I've spoken about it a bit, but Nathan Ake. When after Kushano got that yellow card, Ake just took over. He was the leader from the 30th minute to the 90th minute. Yes, Kushano went into tackles, but Nathan Ake did everything beautifully today. Nathan Ake played as if he was the best defender in Europe today. I don't think if Ruben Diaz played today, I don't think we would have gotten such a performance. Nathan Ake read everything beautifully today. Yes, Gay is fit, but I just don't know if Gay just walks back into this team for the Premier League. Nathan Ake was, I mean, in his tackle, in his positional sense, there was no Arsenal player who could run behind Nathan Ake. That just tells you how good Nathan Ake has been today. His tackles are absolutely on spot. He just whenever he went into a tackle, he was full blooded with that. His heading was superb. His organization of the defense and the corners was outstanding. I know he was captain at Bournemouth and he had all of those leadership positions. He's had experience of playing in the treble winning side for us, starting all of the knockout Champions League games. But Nathan Ake today was an absolute colossus at the back. He was an absolute rock at the back. Gautam says, yes, Semenya has the medal, but Nathan Ake, an absolute rock at the back. And Ryan Sharkey as well. The second player, the three players I want to talk about. First is Ake, second is Ryan Sherky. Ryan Sherky does not have an assist today, but the way he just, I mean, Arsenal's press was very intense. Whenever City got the ball in the middle, you have Declan Rice, Zubimendi, Havertz, and everyone just pressing, and all of those are very good pressers of the ball. All of those are absolutely superb pressers of the ball. And then the way Ryan Sherky manipulated the ball through those tight spaces, wow, just reminded me of David Silva. Wow, I mean, what a gem we have had. We had Florian Wirtz on one side, who, even with a little physicality, who actually loses the ball, and then you have Ryan Sherky's manipulation, one twos, just absolutely outstanding. He had a great game with the ball today, Ryan Sherky, and at the end he just held on to the ball, manipulated it. Arsenal just couldn't even get anywhere near it. Wow, what a display from Ryan Sherky. Again, you'll not see this in the scoreboard because we have spoken about Nico Riley, superb, the air to Yaya Tavares thrown, the way he's, gambling into the box, attacking into the box, superb, but these are the unheralded heroes behind the back. Nathan Ake, I mean behind the scenes, Nathan Ake, Ryan Sherky, Matthews Nunez will probably not even be talked about. I mean, the Real Madrid match dropped for the first leg, second leg he comes, does not put us foot wrong against Vinicius Jr. Absolutely snuffs him out, and then he comes here, has to defend against Trossard and all of those guys, and is absolutely superb again. He did a defend against Martinelli, I don't know, but Nunez and the cross as well. It was Nunez, right, who gave it to Nico O'Reilly. Sorry, for that second goal. Nunez was absolutely fantastic. I think we'll have to think about our right back options in the summer because Nunez has grown so much that I've seen him against Vinicius Jr., for example. Wow. Wow. I mean, that one performance and today's performance, it literally, and against Liverpool as well. He was defending against that left hand side of Liverpool. It was Gakpo and all. I mean, words and Gakpo. He was superb again. Superb Matthews Nunez. So I don't want us to take someone like a Livramento and take that starting spot from Nunez because Nunez for me is the best right back in the Premier League right now. He is the best right back in the Premier League. By this is Peppers defeated Arsenal, Chelsea, Villa, Spurs, and Arsenal in Carabao Cup finals. All top teams. Yes, right. Arsenal, Chelsea, Villa. Yes, right. All top teams. I mean, again, credit to Pep as well. The way he changed it in the second half. The way he changed it in the second half. Just look at that. Doku Semenyo and Gay. All the three posing for the cup. Wow. Pep Guardiola with his wife there. Pep Guardiola with his. I mean, I'm sorry. Is it his wife or daughter? I don't know. I think I just don't know there. Who is it? Who is it with Pep Guardiola? My apologies. I just don't know. But yeah, I mean, with that Nunez thing, I just think we can look for. I don't think we need to strengthen the right back position. Question of Nunez can. I don't want that bloody Livramento in there. He's looking absolute shite. He's looking absolute shite. Maybe we can go for Givario Reed and because Nunez has the ability with the ball as well. His crosses are very good. Bayaji, like you mentioned, I think we need a couple of attacking mids. And that's it. I mean, we need not attacking mids. We need a couple of central midfielders. Elliot Anderson is one. That's it. Not even a couple. You put Elliot Anderson in this team. That's it. I think the team is complete. You put Elliot Anderson. You're getting Victor Rees from back from loan. I think it just I think Elliot Anderson and this team will be much better. And also in a rebuild, people say last season was shit and last season had to be a rebuild, but we had the chance to win an we reached the FA Cup final with that team last season. This season we have won this trophy, so not bad for a rebuild season, especially against a team that have been rebuilding for 7 years in Arsenal, and they're yet to win a trophy. I think it's Pep Guardiola's vibe with him. I mean, each of the players today had a story of their own. Each of the players today fought their own battles, fought their own demons on the pitch. Right from the set pieces to Arsenal's low long throw-ins to James Trafford saving that in the first half. Each of the players fought their own demons today, and each one of them won their individual battles and came out on top. That is the beauty of this final. Generally, in finals, like last season's EFL Cup final, you could say Alexander Isak had and maybe Anthony Gordon they had helped they had helped Newcastle win the title and all of those things. But the unique thing about this win is all of the 11 players have their own stories there, right from James Trafford saving that making those crucial double saves in the first half, without which this result would not be possible, to Erling Haaland working his socks off and playing almost like there are two people. I mean, man marking Zubimendi and Declan Rice. The threat of Arsenal is set pieces or Declan Rice or Zubimendi. Passing and Declan Rice, not even Zubimendi. Zubimendi's passing is not that good. Declan Rice breaking the lines. Erling Haaland man marked Declan Rice and he just cut that resource off. So it is almost like Erling Haaland played like 12 men today. It seemed as if we are playing like 12 men with Erling Haaland doing their job, right? From James Trafford to Erling Haaland to Kosha now to Nico O'Reilly. Look at Ryan Sherky, they're sleeping on the ground and texting someone on the phone. This pose, I want this pose. And we can edit and keep a cigar to his face. And Ryan Sherky, deemed not good enough to start the previous matches. He had to show he was pressed completely with no help in the first half, especially, and and he came out trumps Jeremy Doku with dribbling, Antonio Semenyo with the way he held the ball. Each one, contributed. This was if you ask me, man of the match, it's hard. Yes, Nico Riley is there, but that Nico Riley moment was possible because everyone else worked their socks off. That doesn't always happen in finals. You have one or two standoff players, but that's the beauty of this win. Everyone deserved it. Bayaji says, I was shocked to see the lack of effort by Arsenal despite 2 goals down. Loser mentality. That's the thing, Bayaji. That's the thing. It is not the lack of effort. We did not allow them to lay a glove on us. Bayaji, what was the speciality of the City teams before last season? Last season, yes, there are a lot of injuries and all. Generally, when you look at leaving apart Pep's first season, if you look at all of our successful years under Pep, maybe before last season, people would say if City score 1 goal, the game's over. Why? Because if we get the ball, it is almost impossible to take it away from us. That was and today, especially the end of the first half, the last 5 minutes gave the template for Pep to press home. The last 5 minutes today, in the end of the first half, City just pinned Arsenal back and Arsenal did not have an outball. In fact, Arsenal could not take the possession from City. And the same template continued in the second half. Even if asked, the speciality of all of those great teams under Pep was, City teams under Pep was, even his Barca teams, Bayern teams, but generally the City teams, it's impossible to take the ball away from a City, control the match through possession. They don't strain themselves, they pass around you, they keep circles around you. It just does not. Taking the ball is impossible. People might say it's better to bring your own ball instead of trying to take the ball from City. Pep played the same trump card here. With Ryan Sherky and Bernardo Silva in the middle, Arsenal could not take the ball from you. Ryan Sherky and Bernardo Silva are borderline unpressable, and Rodri as well. Bernardo, Rodri, and Sherky are borderline unpressable. You're dealing with three of the best players in world football. Under pressure, they're probably in the top five. Three of the top five players under pressure in world football. And you add to that Jeremy Doku, who was always an outlet. Pep left Jeremy Doku high, which always meant that Arsenal had to leave someone on him. So there was no extra man to press these Sherky, Bernardo and Rodri, which meant Arsenal could not. Jeremy Doku key role up front or Semenyo up front. There was one who was always up front. Haaland coming back to help against the press. It is beautiful. That's why I say this was a masterclass in terms of tactics, in terms of how. Yes, 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 yes. I have been blaming possession-based football because the games going away. But when you play possession based football like this, when you play possession based football such that how much ever the opposition presses you, you don't give them the ball, then possession based football does not go anywhere. It's also in part the lack of ability of City to retain the ball under pressure. Look at the players we have got. In general, attacking players. So that's why teams, there's not one good team in the Premier League who can retain the ball under pressure, which just means that the set pieces, long throws, physicality are always having more of an effect. If you have a team who can keep the ball under pressure, does not give the ball to you, from where will you get set pieces? From where will you get corners? That's always been the philosophy of, I think it was 18, 19, or it was some year when City, I think it was 3 years back. And Pep was once asked, 2, 3 years back, Pep was once asked, I mean, how do you plan to deal with, Arsenal scoring a lot from corners? I think it was 2 years back when they just began to do that. That's when City won their last title. Pep said, simple, simple, we don't concede a corner. We just keep the ball and don't concede a corner. Beautiful. Cardenas has always had this doubt whenever you call this a rebuilding season. What's the point of this rebuilding season when it's certain that Pep is gonna leave next season? All this rebuild this season, Pep leaves next season, players may not even have the motivation to perform when you know the manager is going to change. So why is Pep struggling so much now? What if Pep does all this in this year and next year players slack off more, knowing he won't be around the year after? Continue. That's the difference between having a system and having a style of play that is modeled on a single manager. I think I will describe it in uh, I think I'll describe it in two ways. Basically, Sir Alex Ferguson of Manchester United and what's happened at Barcelona after Luis Enrique sort of left. When Sir Alex Ferguson left Manchester United, there was no system in place, so everything slowly, there were no systems in place, so things slowly got worse, right? From your scouting to everything, it just got worse. And then the club hired managers who could not fit the bill of play, fit the style of play, right? From your Moyes to Mourinho to whoever it is. And now you look at the Barcelona system. Yes, Pep left. Yes, Luis Enrique left. Yes, Barcelona were in a financial embargo. Barcelona could not sign players. Barcelona had some city managers like Tata Martino and Valverde and all of those. But you see, because of the system they've had, the style of play didn't change. The way they're playing didn't change from bottom. The way the club operated didn't change from bottom to top. They might have made one or two transfer mistakes, but now City is building this club in the eyes of what's happening. Barcelona manager might change. Pep having a photo with his wife. Nice moment for Pep. And just kept the handbag beside the cameraman. But yeah, City are constructing a system here. That's what I feel. That's why look at the profile of the guys you're hiring as a manager. Pep Linders, Enzo Maresca. These are the guys on your short list. City clearly have an indication that we want things to continue, and Enzo Maresca's come through the academy coaching system for City. So whenever there are systems in place, you'll not see the slack off from players. You will not see the sack off from players. Liverpool were heavily dependent on Klopp. City is not like that. We have slowly built an identity. It might not be obvious now, but we've slowly built an identity that stretches far beyond Pep. Those are the systems they're creating here. It's not all about Pep. Yes, Pep manages the club, but City have built those systems, right? From the transfer director to the chairman to all of those behind the scenes staff. So I think that's the main difference. I think even if Pep goes, City have that continuation thing in mind. Bayaji says, we looked worse in CL this season than the last. All this pride in battle was just scope mechanics. Pep totally fucked our chances in CL and PL. Vienna did his job efficiently, but Pep, oh Pep, that's why I bloody wanted someone like a Bayern at full strength. Imagine if he played a Bayern Munich at full strength, we would have won that game. If you give an easy opponent to Pep, I think Pep is just not interested. Pep is just not interested with an easy opponent. I sometimes think he wants to reduce the difficulty for the opponent. Who the hell in the right frame of mind plays Anton Semenyo as a cam? Pep is just a different creature. We'll just never know him. Exactly. I mean, Bayaji, if we were flawless till now, that is the last time I think we were discussing the same thing with I think it was with Kaundinya. I think Kaundinya Gautam. I think we were discussing this thing last time about if City can remain flawless till the Carabao Cup final and beat Arsenal here, we win the Premier League title. We win the PL title. We'll do. Pep will turn everything upside down to win at the Etihad. But the unfortunate thing is Forest mistake by Foden. We lost, and then I should not point out players, but silly mistake, and then which are not allowed in title race, by the way, and then here against West Ham, mistake by Donnarumma. Vinay is here. Hey Vinay, how are you doing? Long time, mate. Long time, buddy. Long time, buddy. If you guys remember when I was one of our very old subscribers. He's been a bit busy, I guess, lately, so he's not been regular to our channel. But yeah, he is one of our very old subscribers, and he was with us quite from the channel start. And yeah, Vinay says Arsenal another bottle. Let us all find out. Let us all find out. Mikel Arteta's at present send bottles to him. Vinay says, didn't expect us to win. Football gods didn't allow anti-football to win. Vinay, just imagine if Arsenal would have won the quadruple, what the scenes would have been. That to playing shit football. Absolute garbage football. Absolute garbage football, Arsenal. Even in the match today, the first half was absolute shite. The second half we kept the ball, and that's why it just was so good. Maya just says this win would have meant much more if we had won West Ham and Forest games. We deserve to go deep at least one of CL or PL. Bayaji, I think even if we had lost to, drew against Nottingham Forest, fair enough, the fighting for survival. But West Ham, you should have won at West Ham. I think even if we would have won at West Ham, then still the title hopes would have been on. Now what if we go and defeat Arsenal? I mean, still never say never, Bayaji, because if we can defeat Arsenal, then and win our game in hand, of course, it is down to 3 points. 6 games to go, 3 points. Anything can happen. Absolutely anything can happen. 6 games to go, 3 points because 11-12 season, United were 8 points ahead of us. With 6 games to go, we won against them. It was 5 points. And then all hell broke loose, and then Aguero moment happened. I think under Pellegrini, was it the 13-14 season? Or 14-15 season rather. I think 13-14, I think Chelsea won the Premier League. As 14-15 season as well. I think we were what 7-8 points behind Liverpool with 7-8 games to go something, and we won the league from there. With Arsenal as well, I think 2 seasons back Arsenal were 10 points ahead with sort of 7-8 games to go again, and we won. So never say never, but if we absolutely can win that game against Arsenal, that's it. But yeah, if we won against Forest and then if we won against West Ham, I think the title was gone for Arsenal. And we won this. The title was over for Arsenal. They could never have recovered back from this. The title was over for them. Again, what a win! What a win! Come on, City! Wow! Finally, a good weekend before the break, and next season IPL starts as well. So, so just think finally something to cheer about. Especially the last week was absolutely shit week, right? Madrid 3-0, West Ham 1-1, Madrid again. We have lost to them 2-1. gone out of the CL. What a way to end again. What a way to end. Come on, City. Blue Moon has risen. This moment belongs to the Blue Moon. Pride and battle. We fight till the end has been the motto of this club, and that's what this club has done today. Wow. Super from City. Come on. Again, thank you, Bayaji. Thank you, Gautam. Thank you, Kaundinya. And thank you, Motels. And thank you, Vinay, again for joining me. And Kaundinya says we'll take this last comment. Mohan, enjoy MI until City is back playing. MI and City have MI and City have a strange MI and City have a strange connection. I don't know why. Whenever Ahmad as well. I mean, it's so strange that it was, I think, 18-19 season when we were fighting with Liverpool. The final day, City had to beat Brighton to win the Premier League, and it was the final MI against CSK, and both were happening at the same time, literally. Both were almost happening at the same time, literally, and had to, switch between screens and all of them, and that was the most beautiful moment. Both of them won the trophy at the same time that day. So strange thing with MI, and whenever City lose, MI loses. City wins, MI wins. Both are blue, I guess. That's why. I don't know why. And yeah, I can enjoy this moment, like you said, and MI is back playing. It will be a very, very good week, especially compared to the torture. The last 2 weeks were absolute torture. Nottingham Forest. That match, Nottingham Forest, I bloody was watching in a train. I was going to attend a friend's wedding, and I was on the top berth. I was sitting and I was watching in a train. And I mean, it just spoiled my entire this thing for a while. I mean, very bad 2 weeks, but yeah, nice to win. Sport Freak is here. Sport Freak says, Anurag is here, and he says, "Big up, man! Congratulations, Anurag, and also seeing you after a long time." And yes, just relieved, to be honest, to not let anti-football win a quadruple, to win a potential quadruple. Arsenal played absolute shit football today. That was absolutely pathetic in the first half. Anyway, see you all guys and enjoy till the IPL starts, and also until we, like Kandanya said, until we start seeing City again.